See, we try to fake each other out.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way to end it. Is on the. Okay.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Maddie, and I'm here with
Brandon.
Oh.
I got my blue light glasses on today because I felt like it.
I have my regular glasses on today because eyesight.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I got some interesting stories for you today.
Okay. I'm here for that.
This first one. You want a dog, right? So you know you have to potentially potty train and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also a guy. And you know how men pee in the toilet.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me get your
qualified
opinion. Yeah.
For about 23 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get your opinion if this is the right thing to do.
Okay.
So this is from a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Am I the asshole for putting my dog's wee-wee pads on the bathroom floor because my boyfriend has bad aim and keeps missing the toilet?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. My boyfriend, 30, male, and I, 28, female, have been together about a year. 30.
He's 30.
When our city implemented lockdown for the virus, he decided to quarantine with me at my apartment, as I live alone and have a nicer apartment and he has several roommates. Mostly it's been going well, and thankfully we both still have jobs. Except in the first few weeks, I started noticing that the bathroom floor was suddenly always wet around the toilet. The sink is across the room from the toilet, so it's unlikely to be from the sink. At first I thought it might be water, but soon realized that it was definitely pee. I asked boyfriend about it nicely, and he apologized and said sometimes he has bad aim. I asked him to try a little harder, and he said sure. The floor continued to be frequently spattered with piss. A few weeks later, I confronted him about it again because I think it's pretty gross to step in his pee several times a week, and it seems like an easy thing to fix. If he misses the toilet, I think the very least he could do is to make sure he wipes it up with the toilet paper or a Clorox wipe. The cleaning supplies even live in the cabinet directly over the toilet. He said, sure, sorry, and he would try to do better. Another week has passed, and while maybe he's doing this sometimes, I've continued to step in splatters of his pee and wipe it off the floor and clean the floor several times a week. I thought about asking him to just pee in the bathtub or something instead because I don't understand how you can pee on the floor by accident so often and not notice and not clean it up. Last night, I got up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and absolutely stepped in piss for the 12 millionth time. I had it, and I didn't want to pick a fight or ask him again since it seems clear he can't or won't change. So I got one of my dog's wee-wee pads from when he was a puppy. He's well-trained now, and cut it up a bit and taped it down to make a sort of skirt or mat around the floor next to the toilet and let at least to absorb the piss. Boyfriend saw it this morning and is furious with me, saying that I'm calling him a dog, comparing him to an animal, etc. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was just trying to be resourceful and solve the problem for myself since I don't like piss on my bathroom floor and I don't like stepping in it. I didn't feel like arguing about it anymore, and putting a material specifically meant to absorb pee around the area that he keeps peeing on by accident seems like a practical solution. Am I the asshole? Yeah. 30.
Oh my God.
He is 30.
That, at night when I go to use the restroom, I don't, like...
Do you miss a lot?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotten to the point, I don't know, maybe I was just a weird guy, but I would try to maximize my aim by keeping the toilet seat down. I was like, all right, if they don't complain, I'm good. I'm a sniper. I got the sniper shot. I'm over here just nothing there. But you have to, if he's putting the toilet seat up, you have to intend, that's such a why? Like, are you blind?
Yeah, he's peeing consistently out. Like, how, are you just whizzing it back and forth? Like, how does one pee to consistently get that much pee on the floor where a few hours later it's still wet and noticeable?
I don't think it's possible. Like, I think there has to be some, I don't know why.
You think it's deliberate?
I think it has to be deliberate because it's like, I mean, okay, every guy misses every once in a while, but like she's consistently doing it. And then the thing is too, people with bad aim, you'll see it on the toilet seat.
Yeah, I know. I have a brother and he doesn't clean up after himself.
So it's like, if you're missing the seat, like that has to be deliberate. Like you either can't see the stream or the thing
that's streaming from.
That it's streaming from.
Okay.
Ain't got that much range.
Oh, okay.
If you get what I'm saying.
Doesn't have a long barrel.
But no, either that or he's messing on purpose because like no guy's bet. Okay, like in urinals too, I guess. Yes, like you got like sometimes it is a little wet down there, but that's like I don't know how many people go to the bathroom a day. Like it's a public urinal, that makes sense because it's like so many people. This is
one man.
This is one man in one bathroom with one toilet. You are missing on purpose, bruh. Like there's no way you're missing that bad that many times.
Let's say this was your roommate and you shared a bathroom with him. Is her solution a good solution, or is it or would you do something different?
I feel like roommate to roommate, like guy to guy, like it's different because guys work on different types of emotions and stuff, you know? So it's like frat hazing type thing. It's like you suck at peeing, I'm gonna make sure you feel it. And then you guys fight, especially if it's like to the point where they're roommates, they're most likely friends. So it's like, you suck at peeing, why are you so trash at peeing? I'm going to embarrass you right now. But like for a girl to guy thing, that's like, and they're dating, it's like, I understand where she's coming from too, because it's like, she's like, she's like, it was being resourceful. So it's like, I get it. But like at the same time, like you got to deal with the emotional effect of that. So it's like, you have to deal with all that too.
Do you think she's the asshole?
See, I don't know, because it's like, don't miss that much, but like also guys are gonna miss every once in a while, but
this seems like a lot.
That seems kind of bad.
And I know you're saying what she did was bad too. I can see that, where it's like passive aggressive, even though if she says it was purely for like being resourceful because she just didn't have time for him. But I wonder if he's doing the deliberate like feigning ignorance, like on purpose, because he's like, she'll just clean it up for me. You know, like how many times are you about to walk into the bathroom? You got socks on because you don't ever take your socks off because you're weird, and you step in your homie's pee.
I'm fighting him.
The first time.
I know. Yeah.
You're not gonna keep letting it happen. What if he kept doing it?
I'm fighting him. You're getting out of the house. Like, you're not coming back.
You're like, this is my bathroom now, and you're gonna clean it up for me.
You get a bucket.
Yeah.
In your room, so miss now, and you gonna smell it.
Not the asshole. If he pees like an animal, then this is a perfectly appropriate solution. Boyfriend needs to grow up and be more considerate. This is disgusting. Somebody did say your thing. Somebody said, I honestly considered telling him he needs to sit down to pee at this rate.
Yeah, you gotta sit when you pee, bruh. If you gonna do all that, you gotta sit down.
Am I the asshole for asking my husband to turn down his dream job for my career? Yeah.
Dream job? No. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm thinking so, because unless his dream job is like to be a peace star or something.
Are we talking about peace still?
No. Like.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's his excuse to sleep with other women. He's like, babe, it's a job. Going to work. We're like, that's Tiffany from next door.
You're not going to work, you're going to town.
I'm my best friend.
Can you say that again? That would be perfect for the intro.
He's like, you could join us.
No, that was better than the intro.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. So she's the asshole. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to turn down his dream job for my career? I'm going to be vague for privacy reasons. Sorry. I, 33 female, am the breadwinner of our household. I have multiple highly specialized degrees for a niche industry. I make $200,000 plus, the potential to get in the $600,000 to millions range. My company has not been hit that badly by COVID, so most of us have kept our jobs, but we're held to strict standards. My husband, 36, has a broad degree / work experience. He quit his job right before COVID hit, hoping for a better job in the meantime. I was supportive. He spent a lot of time applying to various jobs and finally landed an interview at Organization X. This was his dream job in almost every imaginable way. I can't be detailed. However, it's paying about $65,000 a year, which would be fine, except this job directly puts my job stability at risk. My company and this org are adversarial at best. My field is extremely secretive, and if clients discovered my spouse was working for a competitor, I would be permanently tainted. I wouldn't be able to get a job in the industry forever. I know this sounds like an exaggeration, but I promise you it's absolutely not. It'd be like if I worked in protecting the privacy of celebrities and he worked for TMZ. If he tapped my car, got into my work devices, he could use that to advance his career, and any trust I have in that field will be gone. Even if I trusted my husband not to do that, my clients and company do not. Worse, because my background is so specialized, this is the only field I can work in. I asked him to drop from consideration for this job, since if he got it, we lose my income. $65,000 a year cannot support us in this city. Plus, he does not have to work for this organization. Even if the job market is awful right now, his background gives him access to a wide range of jobs, but I only have this one niche field. He was extremely angry and said I was selfish and only cared about money, and I told him that if he wanted to go back to school for an advanced degree or just be unemployed for a while, I would support him, but taking this job is impossible. He continued the process behind my back and got the offer. He wants to accept it, because he says his career needs to take priority and that I wasn't being a supportive wife. I feel so betrayed. I've contacted all relevant higher ups in my company to inform them. I've notified them as soon as he got the interview because it's better coming from my email than from a background check. I told him he could decline the offer with me, watching him physically decline it, or he could accept the offer and move out immediately. I would pay for him to stay 2 weeks at a hotel, and we would begin divorce proceedings. My company is willing to take care of all my legal fees. I feel effing awful. I still love him. I moved decisively because this would be the best way to cut my losses, but it still hurts. He called me heartless and cold. It's true that I was prioritizing my career over him, but it felt like it was the only option at the time.
What the heck? Who are they working for?
You're like, who are you?
Oh my God, that was so loaded. And it just got crazier at the end.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know.
It sounds
Is there like a both at fault option?
Yes. Everybody's the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, okay, like, man, that's so crazy. Like, first of all, what type of industry are you working in where there's two complete, like...
I have a feeling what it might be.
CIA and FBI?
Well, that or like some higher up government job and the press, potentially. Because she was talking about if he got access to her files, you know, or like, I don't know, there's a lot of sketchy stuff that it could be, but.
I'm thinking very simple terms at first. Like, you know, like, she working at Target, dude got a managing job at Walmart. Like, you know, something, but then she's just like, yeah, like, almost in the millions range. I'm like, that's a lot of money. So it's definitely not that.
A year.
Yeah. And I was like, it's definitely not that. But I think she's in the wrong because, like he said, like the way she's moving, it's like, it seems heartless. Like, you're really about to do this over a job? Like, you married that man. You love him still. Like, you're really about to break up that happy home because of, like, money and, like, but then at the same time, it's like you kind of weigh the option. She's about to make $1 million and you're only like 65,000. So it's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Why would you take that pay cut?
And she said you don't even have to have a job right now. She's like, just don't take that job.
She's like, I got you, babe. Like, I'll be your sugar mama and all that. And he's like, yeah, but this is my dream job, so I'm gonna take it behind your back. So that's why he's at fault.
Yeah, he's kind of sketchy too. She's like upfront.
Yeah, at least she's being direct.
Yeah,
like, she's like, hey, yo, don't take this because it's going to make it complicated for us. I'm going to have to cut off loose ends. And unfortunately for you, since you went with the opposition,
you're feeling pretty loose right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no screwdriver here.
Yeah.
So
wait, but what do you think about his decisions? Because he knew probably from the beginning that the place that he wanted to work for was in direct opposition to where she worked. And for him to be hunting out that job, then when he asked her, told her about it, and she said, no, please don't get that job, he's like, okay. Interview online. She's like, you can literally just hang around the house. Like, just don't.
You're stay-at-home dad.
And I really wonder what the job is, if it's like her career field, but she's at this point like listen, we could be together, but this is my livelihood that you're potentially about to ruin. You're about to ruin my reputation, my career. And I think that's just a tough situation. Because I can't imagine you doing that to me, where you're like, where either I'm like, I'm gonna take my dream job and I'm not gonna make as much money, but it could completely ruin your whole entire life, but we're gonna be married. Or vice versa, where it's like, you could ruin my life for a job that you want,
but we're gonna be married.
Either way, that's a divorce. I think, it's like you could work through your issues and figure out why you're willing to get that job, or why she's so hard-headed on, choosing the job over him. Because I'm kind of interested in like what is the job where you're like, yeah, no, you're done, like, we're done. Like, how long you guys been married? Like, what?
But I think to answer your question, you have to know a little bit more about the timeline, because it's like, if that's a dream job, that means he's been thinking about it for a while. And it's like, did they get married? Did she have the job when they first got married?
Right.
Or like, because I have a dream job I've been thinking about for like the longest. Like, but like, it's a dream job in my head. It's just like, okay, that'd be cool. Like, if it comes, I'll take it. Yeah, cool. But like, dream jobs just are not like, I don't think dream jobs hit you like just randomly. Like, you're just like driving down the street, a fire truck goes by, you're like, wow, that's what I need to do next. It's like, you have to be methodical about a dream job.
Yeah.
And the fact that she knows what the dream job is, and she knew that it was in direct competition. It's like, how long did you know that the dream job was on his mind?
And I think the roles can be reversed. How long did you know that she was working there?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, like, everybody's kind of the asshole.
Yeah, everybody's at fault, and that's wild.
So somebody commented, with 23 awards, 43,000 upvotes, not the asshole. Some are saying you decided your job is more important than your husband. They're ignoring that he seems to have decided a job offer is more important than your entire career. I was ready to call you the asshole, considering we frequently see people unnecessarily prioritize their career over their spouses when compromise is possible. However, he's refusing compromise. To address that, people calling this a trust issue, it doesn't matter if she trusts him. Her company and her clients don't. He knows this and chose to pursue this job anyway. If she doesn't trust someone who's willing to destroy her entire career for a single job, I don't blame her. Men are usually the spouse making career sacrifices for the greater good of the couple. I don't know for sure, but that could be something he's struggling with. What do you think about that last line?
Yeah.
Do you think that would hurt your ego if, like, I was the breadwinner for the company? The company. Our relationship.
The company.
You're like...
I was like, yeah, no.
Huh?
I don't think it would hurt me, but I'm a different breed of dude. Like, I'd be like, yo, like, check out my wife. She's dope. We are making bank.
Yeah.
Because of her. But it's like, I'm going to still do my due diligence.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing, too, is just like, at one point, my parents were kind of like that. So it wasn't, I don't see it as a social norm.
Like a gender thing?
Yeah, like if you making more money, like that's cool. Like that's more opportunities for both of us.
You're like, hey, when we combine, that's more than mine. Yeah. Am I the asshole for kicking out my brother, who our parents have previously disowned, because he told my now ex-fiance that I cheated 9 years ago? For reference, my brother Connor is 19. I'm 26, and my now ex-fiance Hunter is 28. My brother was kicked out when he was 16 because our parents snooped through his phone and found out he was gay. Connor had a birthday last weekend, so he invited his friends over, and they were all 18 to 22-year-olds, drinking and playing games. Hunter and I were about to head out to let them have the place to themselves, when Connor asked if we wanted to join them. I initially refused, a bit too old to be playing drinking games, but he insisted, and Hunter thought it would be fun to act like college students again. We all got pretty drunk, and Connor had the idea of playing Never Have I Ever. A few rounds in, and the statement, "Never have I ever cheated before," came up. Now's a good time to mention that Hunter is staunchly against cheating. His ex-fiance cheated on him, and it emotionally wrecked him, and unfortunately, as a lot of dumb, immature 17-year-olds do, I cheated on my boyfriend of 5 months. It was a stupid mistake, he found out, and understandably ended things. This was almost a decade ago. I obviously learned my lesson and look back at this time with shame, and obviously never cheated since. Well, my brother knows about this, so when I didn't drink, he went, "Hey sis, what the hell? You know you cheated on insert X name. You have to drink that." My boyfriend paused, looked at me, looked at him, and just walked out of the room. I followed him and tried to talk to him to tell him that it was a stupid teenage mistake, but he hasn't heard any of it and ended things on the spot. I'm numb, I'm heartbroken. He was my everything and more, and I still don't know how I'm going to move on. Connor tried to apologize, but I feel nothing but sadness and emptiness. This morning, I served him an eviction notice. He begged me to stay and said he didn't mean to ruin my relationship, and he just didn't think when he said those words. I just can't look at him right now. He ruined my life, and after I raised him and cared for him like he was my own, I feel so hurt. Am I being unreasonable? Messy.
Messy is the perfect word. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're playing a drinking game, but like, I feel like the way he did it was like a little slimy. Because like, some people use a lot of alcohol as an excuse to be dirty or messy and stuff, and I feel like that's what happened there. Is like, I think he just used the opportunity. So I don't know. I feel like I get it now. Like after it all went down, and then I don't know. I just feel like he probably is just a messy person like that. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, I think a couple episodes back, it's like at the end of the day, look, like that's your family, but it's like, geez, you just. But then also, we can't just skip past the fact that she cheated and just trying to move on.
Right.
Like, and didn't tell him.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're both.
They're both.
They're both.
That's actually an option that you said last time. There's an option called Everybody Sucks Here. And the people decided that that's what it was.
Yeah.
So the top comment, I'm gonna say everybody sucks here. Why your brother is the asshole. Bringing up your regretful teenage mistakes is a huge no-no. I don't know why he would think exclaiming to everyone, "Hey everybody, my sister's a cheater," was a great move, but I get that it was because he was drunk. Alcohol does make you do stupid things. I can easily see how that lack of judgment caused by inebriation could lead to him thinking that was an acceptable thing to do, like you said. Why your fiance is the asshole. Probably the most controversial of them, but I think your fiance sucks the most, ex-fiance. I get being hurt in the past because of cheating. I know that pain all too well, but he's holding a mistake you made when you were a teenager against you. Assuming you're being honest and you never cheated on him, you've never given an indication that you did, and the relationship was otherwise fulfilling. Breaking off an engagement over something that you did a decade ago is overkill. Why you're the asshole. You're misdirecting.
Okay, wait, you had a little bit too much. She said, why you're
misdirecting your anger. I get being upset because your fiance left you, but I think there's more of a fiance problem than a brother problem. And from your story, he wasn't being malicious. He was obviously remorseful. No great relationship should end that suddenly and without warning, especially considering it happened a decade ago. I wouldn't let this blip ruin an otherwise good relationship with your brother. Forgive him. I read that and I was like, I agree with that.
I didn't even think about the fiance. But I
did think it was ridiculous him walking out, like she said, over a decision a long time ago. I think that would be a conversation. Like if you were the one that walked out, not walked out, but you found out that I had cheated a long time ago on somebody else. I think it would be a conversation of like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
And, it would be like, oh, well, I was a teenager and it's kind of embarrassing to say that, but it's not like a thing of like she's saying, I feel like he had to have been ready to kind of break it off if he's willing to do that.
He had to have been ready to break it off, but then at the same time, I play devil advocate to what you just said. So it's like the whole thing of trust is lost in buckets and gained drops. And it's like, you kept that secret. It's not even the fact that you did it. It's the fact that you kept it. And you're going along every day like it's normal. Like, that's jarring. Like, you're like, yo, like, what the heck? You did, even though you did this years ago, it's like the fact that you're able just to brush past it like nothing happened. Yes, it's going to be a conversation, but the conversation's not just, you did this a while ago. It's, you did this and you kept it from me from so long. Like, you were able to look me in the eye and be like, oh yeah, I love you and stuff like that. It's like, but you did that. Like, right. even though like you're young or whatever, like, you still held it. Like, like at some sort point, it's like, I feel like the guilt could just get to you. Like, now that you're aware of what you did, you're like, oh, I should probably tell you this. But it's like, to find out like that? I don't know. Yeah. But he was also kind of crazy for just ending it like that. Like, like I did not think about that.
And I don't know why I emphasized that she was the asshole, but I did. So, and I think that's just what it is. Everybody's the asshole sometimes. And that's Comfort Level Podcast. So, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next week with 2 new guests. So, bye.